Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have this okay? We need to get you. Oh, here we go. Is that better? You want to scoot over a little bit more towards me? Give it a nice, good.
I don't want to clink the chairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live event with Josie, myself, and my Dukes, who will be arriving shortly. So thank you to everybody who is here already. I did mess up when I advertised this on Instagram and it said 7 o'clock and not 6 o'clock because I was busy. So I'm hoping people saw the revision on that and will funnel in throughout the notifications spluttering out to YouTube. What?
Nothing.
Okay. I made a mistake.
It's okay.
Okay.
I do it all the time.
All right. So today's episode is going to kind of be touching base on what you should be looking for as somebody who is new to the game, as far as sourcing for glass and china and antiques and things like that. So this kind of like what?
Tracy says, "Okay, I am here. You may start."
So basically, a couple of things sparked the idea for this live tonight, like the theme of tonight. So one of the things is another reseller and YouTuber. I'm sure most of you know her. Her name is Emily Conway. She commented on one of our latest videos and just kind of like asked the general question, like, what should I be looking for? And I thought to myself, I'm like, man, that is like a hard question to answer in like a answer, like one answer. And then I also am like in the process of trying to start pumping out some new content as far as education goes. And I think this would be a good like starting point before I start throwing those videos out. And the other thing is that I have a couple of people who, also fellow YouTubers and resellers that have been picking things up already and have started to sell them. So Steve from Pick and Roll, I'm sure most of you also know him. He, scored some uranium glass and carnival glass, maybe like one or 2 weeks ago, and he has already sold two sales of uranium glass already. So like he's stoked. And then, Fred, who's in the chat right now, he also just picked up the absolute most gorgeous Epern that I have seen. Like, it is so nice. I'm going to show Josie really quick so she knows what I'm talking about. But he picked this up at a charity shop, which is kind of crazy. Here we go. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and it's always hard to find them, but the fact that this is uranium.
We're not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, well, people buy them sometimes the pieces separately because they easily break. And I've always seen them being sold with like 2 of the flutes, 2 out of like the 3.
Yeah.
Never complete.
Never.
That's amazing.
So he just got a dope find. So I figured like now's the time to like, especially with things reopening and, flea markets and yard sales, I feel like now is the perfect time to like give you guys the, heavy dose of like, as much information as I can give you guys to be successful out there in the field. So before we like get into crazy education and we are still waiting for Ma Dukes to find her way into StreamYard, we're going to say some hellos. So first in the building was Michelle. Michelle, thank you for joining us as always. You are amazing. Gimbal is in the building. Gimbal's always around. I can't thank Gimbal enough. The love and support is crazy. I mean, most of you people that are here right now are all, faithful. Yeah. And I appreciate that. April from LA is in the building. We also have Rolux Illusion from a very humid London. Is it really humid in London right now? See, we live, and where we live, the humidity can get crazy. So I feel you for sure. April says it's a nice 81 in LA. See, the thing about LA and Cali, y'all don't get that humidity. It's more of a dry heat, you know. Out here, it's like hair. My beard be all look like I shocked myself on an electrical socket. Brian from the Tri Flippers is in the building. Welcome. Ashley, another one of our favorites from across the pond. She's got her pen and notebook ready. Good to know. Rosie, how are you, Rosie? Thank you for joining us. And as Josie mentioned earlier, Tracy said we can start now because she's here. So that's thank you, Tracy, for giving us the go ahead. Natural Girls in the building, always showing some love. Anybody else that I missed? Fundamentals of Side Hustling is in the building. He said he got some glasses past week. Seems like a dope profit is coming. See, there's always a good profit. So I will tell you, you know, because we're gonna do mostly glass, but we're gonna do some China too. So if you saw our video from when Josie and I met up with Cernock, and we went to the flea market in Virginia, we got these 2 Wedgwood pieces. So one of those pieces was a little small pink, like mini bud vase in the Jasperware pink color. And I listed it today, and it's sold on eBay for $40 within 2 minutes. So I was pretty stoked about that. And I paid $5 for it. So it's like instant, like, and that's like a crazy, you know, it's a good flip. The Jasperware market is just insane right now. I have no explanation as to why. Knight's Life is in the building. S.A. Peacock. Hello, everyone. Sheila here from Motown, straight from Detroit. I guess. Look who's here. I see you, my Dukes. I'm waiting for Kaylin to get out of the way.
No. I want to see your sister. Hi, guys.
Hi.
She says she wants this full screen.
I don't want it full screen.
You legit just told me
I know,
30 seconds ago.
I changed my mind.
phone.
I changed my mind. Fuck my mind.
Welcome, Ma Dukes.
Thank you, Caitlin.
So Sheila is here from Motown. Ma Dukes loves her some Motown, by the way.
Yep.
She said she loves glassware in China, and barware is her jam. Mm-hmm. Yes. We're sitting right in front of Josie's beautiful mid-century modern barware.
Love it.
Yes. So we feel you on the barware, Sheila. So thank you for joining us. Sonny from Las Vegas Thrift. What's going on, brother? How's everything going? Anthony got a crazy find this weekend. He jumped on our live for a couple of minutes with Cernock and Calvin, and he bought a tire, like a tire from Dale Earnhardt race car that came with a certificate of authenticity. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. It was crazy.
Wow.
I don't even know how you would price that or how you would ship it if you were gonna ship it. But I guess people buy tires online all the time.
Yeah.
Chris Tyler, thank you for joining us. Lance is in the building. How you doing, Lance? You know, Lance found some glass recently too, and you know he hit me up on Instagram. For those of you that don't know, I'm very accessible through Instagram. So if you guys ever like in the heat of the moment and like, oh, I don't know, should I get it? Should I not? Should I get it? Should I not? You can just send me a message on Instagram, and I'll do my best to help you with any way that I possibly can. So I think we touched base on everybody that's in here. I've been away for a few weeks working on a new job position and nailed it. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Sonny. Oh, it is 107 in Vegas right now.
Oh, God. I went off. That's wrong.
Bill is in the building. What's going on, Bill? Jennifer,
Hi.
always coming through in the clutch as well. Oh, here we go. Calvin's here. Sorry, just want to tap in real quick on our way to the game. Go get him.
Good luck.
Go get him, Tiger. Calvin's has been coaching his kids baseball team, and it's super dope. I'm pretty excited about that. Anthony says he bought some vintage hat lots last night. Just what I needed. Another crazy hobby inside the bigger hobby. I bought a nice Sabino scent bottle today, and also got Sabino Nude. $200 for the pair there. $600 on a good day. Yeah, that's great. I will tell you, I am speaking of along those lines. Sabino makes gorgeous stuff. I am so angry. I missed out on a league piece last night. It was I can't remember the name of it. It was similar. It reminded me when you said the like dancing nudes. They were like two naked people like holding each other's arms like this.
Nymphs, Timothy, nymphs. NYMPHS.
My bad. Thank you, Mom. And so I was like bidding, and like it was like under a minute left, and I was going back and forth. It's like a $250 piece easily. And the bid was at like 50, and then it jumped up to 70. And by the time I tried to put in my next bid, the auction ended and somebody won it for $70. So it's tough because when people see the stuff that they know, it's going to be a battle. So, let's get to this title. What should you be looking for? So it's dope that I have Josie with me because just as much as I didn't really know anything in the beginning, Josie didn't really know much either, right?
No, I didn't.
Yes, and so now Josie has gotten to the point where she's spotting things that I'm missing. Just a lot of times because I just didn't, see it. My line of sight was blocked.
Okay.
But mostly because Josie has like just her game is just she's crazy with it now. And like it's awesome when you have like Ma Dukes and Josie, to help me because it's tough. Like if you saw the last video one of the last videos that we put out when we were in that glass shed. Ma Dukes, are you coming with us?
Yeah. What, this Saturday? If you get back in time, because I got to go look at cabinets too.
What time do you have to be back?
Well, I've been nailed it down with Carol and Mary and Julie. I think we're going to do late afternoon. Maybe we're going to do dinner.
Okay, then we can get you back in time.
You have to go look at cabinets. At what time you have to look at cabinets?
Probably around noonish. They're one-ish. That's cutting it.
You can be back by 1.
It's possible.
That's what we did last time. You can be back.
Yeah, we did make it back by 12:30 last time.
Okay, if you can make it back by 1, but it's a dangerous thing to put me around all that dollar business. I can't even go to 5 and below.
It's okay. It's just $1.
Why don't you put your screen down more so that your doesn't look like you're just there? You go.
Oh, only $1. You'll be fine. Okay, it'll be our treat.
Mayonnaise goblin.
So when having Ma Dukes around too, like Ma Dukes will spot some things also that we might not miss. And it's always good if you have like somebody with you who's also in the game because you can kind of like separate, which is important. So as far as what to look for, what is that face for?
I don't know what happened. I hit the wrong button again.
You're fine. You're here.
We see
I
you.
I don't see myself.
Okay. You're going to be okay.
Oh, there, we're good. We're good.
All right. So I figure we'll do a couple of different like techniques as far as this goes. So
can I talk about what I look for?
Yes.
The first thing I look for? I look for...
Now, is this in general or like in a certain setting?
In general, when I'm looking for glass, first thing that needs to catch my eye is color. I'm not a huge like clear crystal type person. I don't devote time to trying to find crystal. And I think that, crystal's beautiful and it's super delicate, but it's not something that I find that sells easily. So color is very important. And then secondly would be intricate details to the piece, whether it's hobnail, whether there are some types of painted murals on it. And even so, finding nymphs on pieces is very important. So things of that nature, color and detail.
For sure. Those are two very important things. Now, Ma Dukes, what about you? If you're like, we take you to the glass shed, what are you looking for? Now, I know you're going to be looking for stuff for yourself.
Right.
But that's kind of helpful too, because when you're looking for stuff for yourself, you're looking at it as a buyer, not as a seller, right?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, unless you find something that I can sell that you don't want to keep for yourself, like you always do.
If I come across something that I know you can sell, and I'm not particularly interested in it for myself, it's all, I'm looking for the same things Josie's looking for. But I think color and shape are really, for me, color and shape. Or if it's a name brand, like I automatically can see something that's like, oh, crap, there's Bristol glass. Oh, there's jadeite, or ooh, whatever. I'll grab that. But my main favorite, of course, is cobalt blue and anything purple.
And see, as Josie touched on it, and Ma Dukes just mentioned it too. Color is a huge importance when it comes to reselling glass. Now, I preach this all the time in all the lives and in all my videos is about crossover appeal. So with glass, you're going to have a lot of pieces that, are sought after by collectors. Okay. So those are going to be the people that are going to be buying your stuff, at a more of a premium price. Okay. But then you're going to have people that are buying these that might be new collectors, or they're looking to design their living quarters with these pieces. And cobalt blue glass is always a plus. So for those of you that don't know, if you guys are actually taking notes, just remember that cobalt blue, like you might have a piece that's in cobalt blue, you might have a piece that's like, green, and you might have a piece that's amber. Okay. Now, blue and green are going to typically have more value and more desire than an amber.
How about pink? Which one has a lot more value?
Now, pink is a wild card because, if you're talking strictly depression glass, there's some pieces that are pink glass that are highly sought after. And then if you talk about some of I feel like pink kind of the color of production of pink, if you think about it, was early depression glass, right? Mm-hmm. And then you didn't really see that much of it. And I feel like pink started to make more of a comeback in the 70s, stuff like that. AJ Giminetti.
Hi, AJ.
Okay.
I'm playing basketball with Mom.
Okay.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Bye.
All right. So let's see. I find buying the right names first is key. Even if it's not for the greatest price, it has the right maker. People will always go for it over that. Very true. So things like that, if for those of you that haven't come and seen any of our previous lives or anything like that, I would suggest, that's where she went. She went to go get some glass.
Yeah. And supposedly all this started with my downsizing. So there were some things that hey Glock, there were some things that I did keep. Like this is still pretty popular. It's that Pilgrim glass. It's cranberry. It's
now see that's an important word to know too, is cranberry. Cranberry glass dates all the way back and runs all the way up to mid-century modern makers. And these are made by Pilgrim. And now, is that blown or no?
I think it's blown. Yeah.
Does it have a ponytail on the bottom?
Is it? Yeah. Is that blown?
Okay. So now this is another. Hold that back up, Mom.
I was going to hold both of them back up. Oh God!
Now,
here we go with my spatial stuff.
This one doesn't. That one in your right hand doesn't have a mark, does it?
No,
oh, it does. No, it's smoothed out.
It's smoothed out.
Is it smoothed out? So show the other one.
And then this one is crunchy.
It's okay. So you see this mark down right here? I'm like doing my. So that circle that she's showing you right now, Where are you going? You were fine. Yeah,
I
right
know, I
there.
know.
There you go. So a lot of times what that is it means that the glass was blown. And that's from where when they blow the glass, yes, there you go. Michelle will tell you. It's a ponto. So that's from where the stick that they were blowing the glass with snaps off on the piece. And the other one that she was showing you, like Fred has mentioned, it is polished. So that's an indicator. Usually, there's going to be some that don't fall in that criteria, but a lot of people appreciate hand blown glass. So like that's a good thing to look for
Now,
as
this
well.
is not, I don't think that's hand blown, but I sure think it's cute. Get your hand.
What were the little pictures for? Were they strictly decorative? I mean, I'm sure some people use them, but most of the time they're definitely decorative pieces.
Decorative. And another thing I've noticed a lot of people love, I join these groups, collectors clubs, and one of them is just like a random flea market finds. I mean, nothing expensive, just what they like. And a bunch of ladies get together and say, ooh, look what I found at Goodwill today. So I tell you, they love these little little miniature lamps. So you got a cross collector there. You got the miniature lamp, and you got the, that has writing. No, it's got some real pretty decorative stuff on the bottom. And they love these little cobalt blue lanterns. So you got a cross thing going on there. You got your little lanterns, and you've got your little oil lamps and your cobalt blue. Yeah. He promised that who, me or him?
Me.
You? Oh, I need a haircut too. And this is something that we had that I got as a gift from Aunt Vicky, but it's really cool. It comes off.
Yeah, I really love that piece.
This is old. Yeah, it's actually marked. It's made in Japan, but it's cute as it can be. And AJ, tell your mother the pizza's ready. And I pour something, I think. Anyway, it's a very blue anything blue is collectible
For sure.
Blue
And then
never goes out of style.
so I think she said her name was Sheila. She said she looks for signatures on barware. Signatures on barware is clutch. So Culver, Fred, what is it? Culver, Fred Press, and George's Briard. Like those are the three names that I look for when I'm looking for barware, like that super mid-century modern stuff. Definitely important to see. And then sometimes you're gonna have to like look for them because they slide those names in
like
random.
long.
Yeah.
It's like not even something that would be seen I guess you'd say horizontally. It's always vertical.
Yeah, and then as far as is it safe to say that elegant colored glass is a safe bet? I mean, most of the time, yes. And you also have to think about this. You have to remember your price point. All of that has to go play into effect. Just like you reselling with anything, it's the same thing with glass. So
because you have to keep your profit margin in mind. You don't want to spend too much money and then gamble as to how much you get in return.
exactly.
Spend as little as possible and make as much as possible.
Definitely important. And then another thing is that you want to. Some things are going to be long tail items. Mm-hmm. That's just the fact. That's there's going to be certain things that you pick up that are going to take a long time to sell, but you might get good money for it. And then if you're okay with making a little bit less money and you want to get it, if that helps you get rid of it quicker, that's definitely possible too. But there are a lot of things that can be very profitable at a very, quick pace. Mm-hmm. And such things that we've talked about before, like jadeite and Pyrex and stuff like that. So, but for a majority of the part, if you're getting it at a very low cost, elegant glass always is definitely a safe bet. Now, if you're talking elegant colored glass, there's a lot of good stuff that's possible in there. Mm-hmm. Decoration. Decoration. People just like damage quality files by filling it. So we're looking at most things with low rated names. Very true. There goes Steve. So as I was telling you guys earlier, like Steve, congratulations on your first uranium glass sales, my brother. I'm super happy for you. Like, Steve has been watching and, he went out and he found himself some uranium glass and he sold it for a profit. I mean, we're literally doing everything that we can do to give you guys the alley-oop, like there's uranium glass. We're teaching you how to find it now. And then we've taught you how to photograph it. We teach you how to ship it, how to clean it. So like we're giving you all the information that you need. I know it can be a little scary, but don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? What you pull out the china cabinet, Ma?
Oh, paperweights. I hear they're big again. This is a Caithness. It's marked on the bottom. This is the number one, probably the number one collectible paperweight would be Caithness. The Scotland, made in Scotland. And I've seen these go for pretty good. That's the next thing I have to downsize is paperweights. I got a load of paperweights.
You mean like a wine cooler or like a ice bucket? That's nice.
That's nice.
And see, this is the thing though too, is like sometimes you got to be careful with just names because I have a couple of Georges Briard pieces that I thought would be a lot more valuable that just aren't. But that's when you got to look into the design and the pattern because the patterns are very important. Like Josie was saying, is that the intricacy, the details. Like if you see something that has a lot of detail in a piece, if you see something that has a lot of intricacies, shape, size, color, all of those things are going to play a role in the increase of value that is out there.
And usually, how much gold is on George's?
Yeah, any of that mid-century modern stuff, you want to be very cautious of how the gold trim is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You answer that question.
when we find George's Briard, sometimes it's like it's all flaked off, it's all like smudged off, and like there isn't any gold practically left on the finish. So don't spend your money on just the name. Look at the quality of the item as well.
I can't type, but I was saying Caithness, Caitheness. They're made in Scotland.
Josie's going to figure it out. Can you tell flash on color from true colored glass? So you can typically, the more you see it, the more you'll recognize the difference, right? But the other thing is that you look around the whole piece. The flashed on colored glass you can almost like scratch through the flash on. And so you just look for scratches where the colored glass has actually turned white. Jeanette Glass was really popular for doing a lot of that. I got to thank my man Brian from Tri Flippers. He's always supporting us, always watching our videos. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my brother. We really appreciate it. You guys rock. Thank you for sticking with us throughout this whole journey. That means a lot. I gotta mute my Dukes when Romeo starts barking. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show a couple of examples of glass, and then hopefully I can bring one up. Don't let me forget to do that. Look for the flashed on glass. Josie, that's true. Sometimes you need to spend in order to get the great stuff. If you can buy the best, you will always sell it. That is also very true. There's a couple of pieces that I've spent up on.
Oh gosh, those were nerve-wracking. It's like you spend $200. Well, how much was the most that we've ever spent on a piece?
On one piece,
knowing that we'd get a great return.
I think it was probably the jadeite decanter. I spent $90 on that. And
is that the most we've ever spent
on one item?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And the return was what?
$300 or $400.
$400. Yeah.
So
that's a gamble.
And that's very true. That does not happen all the time. Okay.
Oh, Knight's Life. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to belong to their collectors club, and when I was collecting Caithness, and they do make exquisite paperweights. Really, the glass work, like he said, it is well earned. The name, the reputation is of having the best paperweights. I mean, this is just unbelievable. You can't even. It doesn't even do it justice to show it on the camera. This thing is gorgeous.
I'd be interested to see
This is
how they
one
make.
that I had to keep.
So
My very first case in this paperweight was a friend of mine went to Scotland and brought it back to me, and it's really pretty. I might even pull that out.
So I wanted to say thank you to Kristen. Yes, this is literally what we're here for, because I've learned a lot from so many different people outside of what I already knew that has helped me progress in my business as a reseller. So I am always trying our best to try and answer. So if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate, because that's what we're here for, to help you guys, kind of learn and teach you guys what we know. Michelle, this is talking about that wine cooler. That's a gold looking handle and shiny plastic tortoiseshell look. That sounds really intriguing.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet they do. Scotland. Ooh, that Scottish pottery we had. Oh, shall I take a little walk over for Glock 30 fan here? Get up he's from. Does Glock know this one?
No, he's not from Scotland.
Who's from? Anybody from Ireland in there? Can you see it?
Yeah, we see it, Ma.
Okay. Anybody want to translate? Kiss my ass. Okay. Here we go. Here's this. You're right. This is a desk and a hutch. We call it a secretary. That's where I keep all my favorite stuff. One of the hutches I have, I keep my favorite stuff in.
But who makes it? That's what he wants to know.
Henkel Harris. It's a company in Winchester, Virginia.
It's a Henkel Harris?
Henkel Harris, yeah. And it's an interesting story. It was family-owned business, and they were going to go out because all the older people that owned it had passed, and the last surviving person couldn't do it anymore. So the workers, the cabinet makers, and the woodworkers, the employees bought it. So they bought the business, and here's the desk part. I got some Urano in there and bits and bobs of stuff. But yeah, this thing is pretty massive. And there's the bottom, the drawers. Right, straighten that up. Let me see. What am I showing? Nothing.
You're showing your finger.
This is not good for me, but those are the drawers. But anyway, yeah, Henkel Harris made really, really nice quality furniture, but it's not popular like it used to be. They call it old lady brown furniture now. And it's, mid-century modern is in. So this is not, but I like it, so I don't care.
So a couple people joined in. Cernock jumped in. Cernock is the man we all know and love. And our favorite buddy, Eric, the OBX picker, is in the building. How you doing, brother? I'm waiting to hear from Eric. He said he might have bumped into a woman that has 150 bins of depression glass.
Bins.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Like,
It's crazy, right?
is that a hoarder or a collector?
Collector.
I don't know. That's just too insane. You said 150 bins, not items.
Bins. Yeah. I'll never forget that. So first of all, what to look for. Okay. So the first thing that I can tell you guys is I've been saying it for forever. Now, I know you guys, a lot of people have been waiting for the over the years lights. There's a snag on production and shipment on those things, but we're working on it. But get yourself a black light, Because I guarantee you, like that to me is one of the pieces, the things that you can find that you can make money on, that you can find at yard sales, thrift stores, flea markets, estate sales, and there's a lot of people that are selling that stuff. The biggest difference is they don't know what they're selling.
What's really interesting is that the black light we have currently is it's losing its touch. And so whenever we try to use the black light, it's a constant battle. We like beat the thing so it will start working. So we're in the
and you have to beat it a certain way.
You
Don't
know
do
it-
that. Shake it like that. Shake it like that.
like
It gets used a lot.
it does.
Rob and Lisa, oh, they got his and her black flag flashlights. That's awesome.
Really?
That is awesome. Josie, do you collect specific colors or styles?
Yes. I love blue glass. Blue. It could be not
Opalescent.
more like opalescent. Yeah. Opalescent, like blue, even so hobnail Fenton pieces. There's something about the texture and the look, the aesthetic of it that I love so much. Everything about that look is just amazing.
Yeah. So, and Josie also has a couple of pieces of Wedgwood too.
Yeah,
Really
the
nice lilac Wedgwood
Yeah.
pieces. Buddy of mine ran into a nurse who goes to elderly people's house, and she said one of her clients has an attic full of bins of glass.
Oh my goodness.
Vidal Gonzalez says, "Hey Tim, just wanted to let you know I actually tune in to watch you, Josie, and you meant to say my Dukes are cool, but you are the encyclopedia of glass."
Oh yeah. He is the encyclopedia of glass. It's kind of frustrating sometimes.
Okay,
It's
are
like,
you guys well versed in pottery as glass?
No.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Josie's
We
not.
don't know as much about that.
I am,
No.
and Ma Dukes
Yeah,
is.
they are.
But
Pottery, not so much.
Well, Josie knows Roseville.
I mean, I do, but okay. What else do I know about?
McCoy.
Okay, I do.
You just don't know about, well, not Waller. You mean Weller, right? Weller pottery. So this is the thing. McCoy, Weller, Mom just joined a Rookwood group.
Roseville.
Didn't you join a Rookwood group too?
No, I didn't join Rookwood. I just joined White Ironstone. English White Ironstone and Roseville were the last two groups I joined.
So my Dukes was actually a really big pottery collector. Not necessarily of those sorts of pottery,
It was more like
but no,
Right?
no,
My
like
pottery collection started in the 60s. All we hippies loved, old hippies loved pottery. And that's when I started collecting mine in the 60s. And it's just your, basic pottery. I'll go get some of that too. I'll just get one piece. I'll get one piece.
yeah, and I mean, so the thing about the pottery, that sort of pottery, so it started a lot of it in the 20s and progressed and it became very popular, as my mom was saying, in those like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And the value of those pieces, unfortunately, has drastically changed. Now, you still will find hardcore collectors. And if you find really good pieces, you can still get really good money. Josie and I went to a private pick at a woman's house, and we bought, how many pieces of Roseville did I buy? I think I bought about 6 pieces of Roseville and some Czechoslovakian
and they
glass.
were really big pieces.
Yeah.
They weren't
Yeah. This is stuff from the 60s. I got this in the 60s, I think. Just random pottery. It's not, it's not a name brand. It's made by whoever that person, Dishal made, they make it and they sign it. It's just something from the 60s. I just like the shape and I like the colors and the drippy. And I like, oh, there goes the dog. I'm sorry. And
You
I
gotta
like
close that
this
door.
I got at an estate sale.
I
It's
can't.
just, I just like the color.
You gotta close that door.
Let me get that fucking dog. Come here. Come here. Shut
Fred
up.
says he needs a decent black light. I was trying to use the app. Dude, you can, I'm sure you can find them at your local hardware store for a couple of dollars. Totally worth it. Definitely an investment that you need to make for sure. Gimbal says, "Pay no more than a fireball, and you'll not lose whatever it is, Fred. I know that's not a lot, but to a noob, I'm just giving you what you won't lose on whatever it is. I paid $120 before, but I knew I'd get a Weller. Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, but this is the problem when it comes to Weller, Roseville, and those sort of pottery pieces.
What's the problem?
They are a lot of fakes out there.
Oh.
I'm
Do I show
surprised
my
Harry.
fake Roseville?
I'm surprised Harry Humstone isn't in here. Harry got burned on a piece of Roseville. I've been burned on a piece of Roseville too.
Which piece?
This wasn't a burn. We knew it was a fake.
No, we didn't.
We didn't know it was a fake.
No, I wish I would have known. I mean, we paid like $10. I took a risk on it, but my Dukes,
I like the colors.
Ma Dukes kept it because she liked the colors. Now show them the bottom of that piece.
Here we go. And to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left. Is that it? Can you see that, Roseville?
Now you can see.
Is it because it's
There you go,
red?
right there. Stop. So this marking, first of all, there's no numbers or letters on the bottom of it to help identify the shape and the pattern. And then just the way that the Roseville is written. So like there's a lot of pieces out there that are fakes. So you're good on that, Mom. So that's the only thing about that stuff is, but if you can find those pottery pieces at a good price, Weller fetches good money for sure. But yeah, you can definitely do that.
I'm laughing at Harry.
Oh, Harry is in here. Chrissy says she loves our stuff. I've been collecting Mary Mushroom for so long.
Mary mushrooms? What are Mary mushrooms?
I don't know. I'll blame you if my husband asks.
What else does Cathanis make besides paperweights? I just pretty much stuck.
There goes Harry. How much would you pay up for a piece of glass, generally speaking?
We don't spend more than $30 for a piece of glass if we know that the return is going to be about $100. Yeah.
All right. Unless there's, so I have a couple of rules that I will break with that. Gallet.
Okay.
Like if I find a piece of Gallet glass,
but we have to also mention
Gallet is also one of those items that is
items that you have to be very sure about the signature on that piece.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Gallet is one of finding a like authentic, like really nice piece of cameo glass by Gallet is like on my bucket list.
I remember when we found this huge vase and we were like ecstatic.
But we thought
it was by Gallet.
No, but we
really did believe
we also had our reservations though. We bought it knowing that there was a chance that it might not have been real.
True. But when we got home and we looked up the different types of signatures for Gallet, we quickly realized that we had a fake.
Yeah, but we still sold. It wasn't a fake. So it
wasn't a Gallet.
It wasn't a Gallet piece. But
what's the name of the person?
It looks like Yale or something like that. But there was a time period when the Chinese were actually making. It was a nice piece of glass.
It was beautiful.
They were making cameo glass. And so I actually sold it at the Georgetown flea market for $100 or $120?
I think it was $120.
Yeah. So there's some different instances in where like if it's a piece that I know, like I've seen it before during research or I've sold one before, then I might pay up for a piece. But typically I really try my best. I will never spend the amount of money on something that I can't at least double my money on. And that's bare minimum. I would like to do at least 3 to 4 times what I pay for it. But sometimes I will spend up for a piece, even if it's not crazy in value in return, because I know it will sell fast too. And that goes for like jadeite and Pyrex, like a nice piece of Pyrex. But like Gallet, let me show you guys some Gallet really quick. Yeah. Because this is like This is like the
What Gallet would be the holy grail, huh?
Yeah.
If it
Yeah.
was real Gallet, and you could get it for a decent
Okay,
price.
now remember that I'm showing you guys. I'm going to show you guys before I do this. Let me make sure I don't have anything else in here that I've missed. How do you identify the fakes? You want to look for consistencies and signatures. Signatures are what is going to be signatures and the quality too. So you could kind of tell on that piece that the glazing on that pottery was a little off, even though it just like.
It wasn't consistent throughout the whole piece.
It was too bright. It was too perfect. It was too perfect and too smooth.
Yeah.
Something
So
about Roseville, it looks like it's dripping, like candle wax.
you want to. Now, another thing that's important here is you want to familiarize yourself with markings and signatures. Now, you can Google markings and signatures, and they'll give you a whole sheet of them until you can find a book of markings. Covell's makes a really good book on markings, but you want to get familiarized with as many markings and signatures as you possibly can, and that will help you. And then just keep it. If you don't have a book, print out the sheet of paper, or save the image on your phone so you can kind of go back to it until you get comfortable with the signatures and markings, because markings change throughout years. Like 1800 something Royal Dalton marking is going to be a little bit different than the 1920s. Same thing with any sort of glass and pottery and china. It's very important.
Do they make a lot? Does China make a lot of fake Wedgwood? That just seems to be the one thing that they really haven't capitalized on.
Okay, I gotta catch up on a chat. Jeez, Louise. Okay, how would you know it's fake? So I guess we kind of just touched on that a little bit too. Okay, so that's what it is. It's like the mushroom, like they're like the different sizes. They came out the same year as those the Sears frog tins that I had. Okay. Just started following you on Instagram. Check me out. Will do, brother. That and Neil the Frog. Yes, I sold some Neil the Frog tins. Vane, you want to come say hello? No?
You don't want to say hello? Come say hi.
So on pottery pieces you're looking for. This is Josie's other cousin. This is Vanessa. Say hi.
Hi.
You're live on YouTube. So on pottery pieces, you are looking for a model number and name, specifically with Roseville. And sometimes with Hull art pottery, which is HULL. Having a model number and a name, not necessarily a name of the pattern. The model number will be there, but the name is like where it says the company, Roseville or Hull or Weller. Like the way that is engraved into the pottery will tell you if it's a real or if it's a fake.
Can we quickly go through the Gallet?
I'm about to. I just don't want to get too far behind on the chat. What site do you use for reference signatures? I use a book called Covell's, but also if you literally just type in glass markings in Google or China back stamps in Google, they'll pop up all in the image searches, and then you can just save those. What I'll try to do is as I start putting out these more educational videos, I'm going to try and like incorporate those into the videos, into the descriptions, so that people can have them at their disposal for research purposes.
So Gallet is spelled Galle.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you guys to take an opportunity to quickly look that up when you can.
We're
stoked. We've even taken a piece of a Gallet glass over to an auction house just to know for sure how much it's worth. But Gallet would be the holy grail for sure.
Yeah, so we're really looking. We have one piece of Gallet already, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No.
Kermit the Frog, yes. AJ, kids aren't allowed in the videos.
Kids aren't allowed in the videos.
You suck.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey.
Madux, you can't let him talk to you like that.
I think he was talking to me.
Oh, you gonna let him get away with that?
I don't know about this. Do you know about this? Frosted glass hood ornaments?
Claire apologized.
So here you got Roseville.
Sorry, I didn't know it was illegal.
No, you're supposed to say you're sorry because you said you suck. That wasn't nice.
I'm sorry that you said.
You're sorry that you said that you suck.
So like Harry knows that's a
You might
great.
want to rethink having kids.
No, not at all.
Yes. Hello, Natalie. How are you? I found some rad video games at the thrift store, and I wanted to send you a message about. Natalie is killer when it comes to video games, amongst other things. But if you guys haven't checked out her channel, make sure you subscribe to the Thrift Raider. Lalique, yes, 100%. Anything Lalique, always buy. I've sold crazy high dollar amounts of Lalique. But then that's a signature piece. You know, most of the time you can tell a piece is Lalique because it will say Lalique on the piece. Where do you learn these words? It's just time after time after time. A lot of it comes.
No, I think she meant AJ.
Oh. They learn it from Ma Dukes.
No, they don't. He knows better than to curse.
Well, stuck isn't cursing.
Stuck isn't curse.
Okay, so look, I'm going to show you guys some Gallet. Now, obviously, I'm going to bounce around between like the craziest of the craziest pieces to like some of the more reasonable pieces. Now, this is going to be a little intense for you guys. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Share screen. All right. Here we go. Okay, now this is obviously a piece that's going to be hard to like come across. But
I wish.
Look at that.
I wish.
Do you see this Gallet piece right here? This piece of glass. Now, they don't have a picture of the signature, but this piece of glass sold for $70,000, which is pretty intense. Here we go. Let's see some more pieces. I want to try and find a piece that was this one's here we go. This is a really nice piece right here. Now, this is the signature that we're referring to. That's the signature right there. Now, a lot of times this part of the Gallet had a lot of different signatures. That's what makes it even more difficult. It wasn't like the same signature on every single piece. So it becomes very difficult. You really have to do a lot of cross-referencing to confirm the authenticity of the signature. But this is called cameo glass. This is a style that Gallet was absolutely like on top of things. Like they were like the go-to for cameo. There's a couple of other very nice cameo glass makers as well. But like, I mean, you could see the value on these pieces is insane. You're talking tens of thousands of dollars of money into these pieces right here. Like, it is insane. And it's really gorgeous too, as you guys can see. Now, let's see. Now, these are priced high to low. So let's see like sale date, like what's sold recently. Now, some of these pieces these are like lower end pieces, but if you find these in the wild, you're in the clutch.
Is that a paperweight that you passed?
Like this?
That right there, yeah.
No, this is a lamp. This is a paperweight. I don't know why that's in there.
Oh.
See, like this one right here. This one is kind of skeptical to me. This signature right here does not look real. That's a repro for sure. But as you guys can see, that is the stuff that's crazy, that Gallet stuff. Open this and scroll. How do I do that? Okay. All right. Here we go. No, you can definitely pick that stuff up at a flea market or a yard sale. Absolutely. The piece of Gallet that I got, I paid 10 cents for at a Russian Orthodox rummage sale.
No, it's Greek Orthodox, wasn't it? Was it Saint? Saint Sophia on Mass Avenue.
I thought it was Russian. It might have been Greek.
I bet it was Saint Sophia's on Mass Avenue.
What about Hagia Sophia?
Yes. And so this is the Gallet stuff right here that Kent just sent us.
Is it Hagia Sophia in Istanbul?
I don't know.
Where's Hagia Sophia? Istanbul?
No, she's talking about the church that we went to.
Don't mind me. I went to go grab my dinner.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to know what I'm eating, I'll tell you.
And Gallet also made furniture too, which is crazy.
It is seafood. Mussels. Shrimp.
Can I just have a potato and a sausage?
Fine.
So
For
you're
now?
not saying I'm not going to pick that up. If you want to.
Potato and a sausage.
Well, it just depends. Some of them are just like so out there. I mean, you could pick. You go to a flea market, and if you get a new person setting up there that doesn't normally set up there, some random person could have, you know, a huge collection of anything.
Very true. I mean, so for me, Worth Point is absolutely amazing. It's good for comps too, but what's even better about is the amount of information that you can use on Worth Point. So they have like an encyclopedia basically where you can look up markings. They have reference books that are been turned into PDF files that you have access to as well. So I find it to be extremely useful. It has been, and I use it every single day of my life. So for me, it's worth it. And I mean, you can use Worth Point for anything and everything. It's not just glass. So like, it's definitely, in my opinion, totally worth it. So now what I think I want to do is satin glass the same as frosted glass? That is a very good question. What do you think, Mom?
I think she thinks.
Well, frosted glass is harder to see through. Satin glass is kind of like a finish that you can see through, right?
Yes. I mean, so for example, there's custard satin glass, which is Fenton, for example. And so I think satin refers to more of the texture of the glass, where frosted refers to more of the visual of the glass. Now, I would, if I'm selling a piece of either satin glass or frosted glass, now I would use the word that the company uses in description of the piece. So if they say frosted glass, or I'll say frosted glass. If they refer to it as satin glass, I'll say satin glass. Now, if they don't say either one, I might use both words in the description or the title, and not necessarily, more so for a keyword than anything else. So that's the big difference to me. Now, I don't know, everybody else might look at that in a different way, but to me, that's how I would look at it. So basically, the next thing I wanted to talk about really fast was how we navigate through a thrift store. Here you go. Satin glass looks smooth. Frosted glass looks, I don't want to try and say that word.
Modeled.
Yeah.
Modeled.
So how we navigate through a thrift store, basically, if I'm going through the plates, let me see what I can pull up here. So I look at plates. I look for flow blue. I look for old back markings. I go through the rest of, the home goods. I guess that's what you would call them, or housewares. I look at teapots. As you guys know, if you haven't seen our teapot live, it's super informative too. I look at teapots. I look at sugars, creamers, and gravy boats. And then when I go into glass, I used to buy a lot more like actual drinkware. but I stopped buying as much drinkware because some of it can be a long sell, and unless it's mid-century modern barware. Now that's totally worth it and totally popular. And then I started looking into all the other glass, and obviously we've said it multiple times tonight. It's the colored glass is super important. You just want to look for the colored glass. And then anything that has a unique shape, size, signature, hand painted, all those things are super important. And it's just, you kind of got to find a couple of pieces first, right? Bring those pieces home and then do the research on them. Because along the way, a lot of times I found out more about glass researching another item than researching that item. For example, satin glass's exterior effect caused by sand and frosted glass is used, Michelle's phrase, modeled inside by adding oxide to the glass when molten. That's intense. So I guess that's kind of like the same thing I'm saying, but you guys are saying it in more of a technical way. But yes, I think that's the way that the best way to describe the two. Satin glass has more of a texture, or is it? So satin glass has a more of a smooth texture.
Smooth satin would have a smooth texture. Frosted would look.
Frosted has a more of a rough texture look. There you go.
Let me see if I can find. I have a glass. It's just a drinking glass, but I would call this frosted. Let me go get it.
And so next, what we'll do is we're just gonna run. I'm gonna run through my Etsy shop to kind of like, because sometimes it's a lot easier when people see things to like digest that information than it is for me to just sit here and tell you what it is to go look and find. So once Ma Dukes gets back from grabbing whatever she's grabbing, let me pull up my Etsy. She's up. I wonder. See, I wish I could look at. Can I look at these?
Okay.
Oh, I can.
I would call this frosted.
Hold on. Okay. Where are you at?
This is frosted. It's just a glass, a drinking glass. It's not expensive. What do you call that? A highball?
Yes.
This is frosted. It isn't smooth. It is a little smooth, but I can feel it kind of rough. When I think satin smooth. This is not frosted.
Natural girl, you made Tim's week.
I knew, but I thought it was gonna be earlier.
You have confirmed.
I knew that it was opening today. I didn't know that you were local.
Hey, isn't it senior day? Is it still going to be senior day at Hillendale?
You are not allowed there.
Come on. I found some good cigar boxes there.
Natural girl, how far are you from DC?
So I didn't know that they opened at 11. That kind of sucks because that's late in my day.
Yeah, it's time to come get me in. We go get to Hillendale.
No. All right, so now we're gonna run through the Etsy shop. Now, first I'll show you guys some things that I've already sold. She said she lives in DC.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Local.
How far are you from Georgia and Petworth Metro Station?
All right, let's pull up the Etsy store. Okay, so this I've made on Etsy so far 2,221 sales. All right, so this is crazy. All right, so China. Now, when I bought this originally, I was like, "Oh, Noritake, it's a great brand." She said she lives in Petworth.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
We have a neighbor.
So I originally bought this, and I thought to myself, this was going to be a great buy. It took a very long time to sell, but I was super stoked when I sold it this morning. Now, usually this is a stamp right here. Well, I tells you that it's a newer piece, not necessarily new. I mean, as far as like now, but it is still vintage. But this piece right here, I sold the sugar. Let me go back. How I get back? I sold the sugar, the teapot, and the creamer this morning for $157.17. Ooh, the shipping on that is, I messed that up. Yeah, so $157 I sold this piece for, which is crazy, but totally worth it in the end. And then let's go back and see some more. These sold today also. Now these, as you can see, these were like super popular, because there's 6 people had them in their cart. So I remember I picked these up at a yard sale. These have had so much love, but I don't know why. I guess it's hard to buy 3 glasses.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to buy 4, knowing that you have a complete set or something even more so than just 3.
But like stuff like this this is a thing you want to see. Like when you're walking by something in the thrift store, this to me pops. Like it stands out. It sticks out to me. Turquoise. You want to look for these colors: turquoise, gold, little bit of black, fruits, very mid-century modern design. And then, if you flip them over, it's hard to see in this picture because this is like a frosted glass. I feel like I bought to use that in there, but I didn't. But this has the federal glass marking. Now that's going to be a shield, and it has it's a shield and an F inside of it. That's the marking for federal glass. So yeah, these 3 sold this morning also. Now these are like bad buys, I thought in the beginning. Like I thought they were good buys, but they took a long time to sell. The amber is the toughest color glass to sell. Sandra P says she would love to see how we pack the Noritake. Maybe we'll do it. We have a packing video on our YouTube channel, Sandra, if you want to watch it.
We should reshoot that one.
Yeah, we should. Now, this sold yesterday. Now, this was a really, just look for these sort of pieces that I'm going to be, this is where the black light comes into effect right here. Now, I picked these 3 pieces up at an antique lighting pick that I went to. This hoarder was closing down, and I got really lucky. But you could see, some of these were even damaged. And this set of 3 pieces right here with this damage sold for $75. Can I show the juice glasses?
Now, see, that's one of those things he would have paid up for had he known that they were going to be so successful. He would have bought a lot more of those.
You talking about these juice glasses, Natural Girl? Or are you talking about the Scotty Dog
glasses?
The Scotty Dog glasses?
You sold those, didn't you?
I sold another batch of them. I think she's talking about these glasses. Yeah, these are really short, like shot glasses or juice glasses. I had 3 sets of different sizes of these glasses. These are also federal glass. Now, this is another thing you want to keep in mind. Those are all with a little rough or not. They are unique. Awesome. Now, yeah. So these are Scotty Dog sells. No matter what it is, Scotty Dog sells. So, you want to look.
What people really love are those Scotty Dog doorstop things, those heavy cast iron. Yeah, those are very popular.
Yeah, so these are something that you definitely want to look out for too. Now, I don't have a picture of the marking right now on that one. All right. So what else do we have? Glass here. These are all recently sold too. Now this is another thing you want to look
Slag
at.
glass. You should point out slag glass. That's another. People think it's pottery, but it's.
Yeah, so this is another thing to keep your eye out for is slag glass. Slag glass is really growing in popularity again. Now slag glass just is refers to this sort of marbleized look to it. And as you can see, and the thing that makes these pieces very awesome too, and is that every one of them is going to look different because the consistency is very different in it. Now this one had the sticker still on the inside, which is pretty awesome too. This woman bought a whole bunch of stuff. I think she bought this. She bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She bought 7 items. 4 pieces of Wedgwood, these Limoges dishes, this Wedgwood box here, and the slag glass.
Now, I thought boxes, little covered knick-knack, boxes, pin boxes, whatever you want to call them, I thought they would be a lot more popular, but we're stuck with quite a few of those, I think.
No, we sold a lot of them.
Covered boxes, trinket boxes, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and like this, opalescent. This is the word you guys need to remember. Opalescent. Opalescent glass is it's one of those things that will consistently sell. And a lot of it can be super valuable, depending upon the maker, depending upon the pattern, depending upon, the color. This actually was a lampshade.
Wait, you ended up selling it?
Yeah.
To the same woman who asked about the lamp?
No.
Okay.
Look, she left a review.
Putting a cigarette out on that Wedgwood.
Oh,
Look, she
they do. Tell Glock that they do put cigarettes out on that Wedgwood. I have to clean those cigarette spots out with barkeepers.
People do that?
Look at this.
Yep.
The woman who bought the lampshade, she sent a picture in with her review of how she put it together.
Oh.
You see that, Ma?
Oh, yeah. That's gorgeous. Who knew? Look at that. Nice.
Yeah.
I love it when they send pictures of how they display it, or if it's a piece like that right there that had to be put with her lamp. I always love to see those.
There's another thing too. If you guys see these old bottles, now this is something you'll see at yard sales and you'll see at flea markets. If these medical bottles right here, if you ever see these, definitely pick these up. Anytime there's writing on these, pick them up.
Just make sure that you look at the bottom and it's not from Taiwan. I got burned on that one.
Very good point. Thank you, Mom.
And it was beautiful. It was a purple, and it looked so authentic. And even had a little cork in it. I thought, oh man, I have hit the jackpot. And then we looked on the bottom after I had bought it. It said made in Thailand.
It didn't say Thailand. It said Taiwan.
Taiwan. I tell you, what I've always been told is the Japanese make the best quality anything. The Chinese are the best at copying or imitation, whatever.
Now, see, this is something that you want to look out for too. These sort of like Art Deco vibes.
For months, we used to take this piece.
Now, you're calling that, you think you would call that frosted?
I have it listed as
is
frosted. Now, because like to me, like for example, like
It's
look,
frosted.
like you see how this looks like when there's frost on the ground. That's how that frost on the ground looks. So to me, it's frost looking right there, right?
It's modeled. It's modeled. Look at the it's kind of modeled on the bottom.
And then here you go. This is an interesting marking right here. So this is a collaboration marking. This is LG Wright, and they made this for imperial glass. So that's how you have the L and the G for LG Wright, and then you have the I and the G for imperial glass. Very interesting piece. Then Art Deco, these sort of candy dishes or powder jars that have these figurines on the top are definitely something that you want to look out for.
I definitely thought I was going to break that from time to time.
I thought I was gonna break it when I brought it home from the storage unit.
No.
How long did you have that listed for?
Since the beginning.
Probably like a year.
That's what I thought.
We used to take it to the flea market.
Okay, now this is another really.
Okay, was this the one that's messed up?
No, we sold that one already.
Okay, so this one's the.
This is the really
good
nice one, yeah.
Okay.
Now a lot of people are gonna look and they're gonna be like, they don't think of this as something that's uranium glass or Vaseline glass, but this is that custard glass. And then this goes right into the detail that Josie was talking about, the intricacy that Josie was talking about. This is applied glass. This glass was applied to this piece afterwards. And then, if you have your black light, you'll know off the break. You could tell after time, you'll learn. You could tell that bad boy is going to glow. And I mean, look at that piece. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
And I like the opening. Go back to the last picture of the spout. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's different.
It
That
can
is
go.
different.
It can pour 3 different ways, which is what's super important. All right. Here we go. Once again. This is your detailed stuff right here, where you're gonna have. This is Fenton glass. It's got the pink. It's got the crest edge. It's got the beads. It's got the melon ribbed right there. Look at that. And
I like pink, but that's really pretty.
It is. Even with that damage, it's still sold, which is crazy. Now you can see on this first page alone, or this is the second page, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of uranium glass that has sold. So you got to get a black light, because I've been preaching to people for a long time.
Shoot, we need a new black light. Too.
Yeah, we do. I know.
I'm running out of light.
Here we go. This is
This
is opalescent again. Here we said it right here. Opalescent. Now, for those of you that don't necessarily know what opalescent is when you have this cream fade in the glass. That's opalescent right there in the glass term. Now, this one was just we had that one for a long time too. It was
is that the one that belonged to us that we sold?
I think so.
Yeah, belonged to me that we sold.
Now, these are all things that you guys are looking at right now are all things. Was the glass applied by the original manufacturer or somebody else later? In most cases, it's the manufacturer.
Because they got to do it while it's hot. I mean, whenever they're making it, that's when they do it. It would crack if somebody applied it later, wouldn't it?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Oh, that little green one with the swirl. I like that. I remember that
was nice.
That was a very nice piece. Now, are those frosted? Those things over there frosted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Satin.
See, I put frosted and satin in the
That's
description.
probably back in the day when you weren't real sure on the.
No, this is not. I used both terms to describe it.
Because it was smooth enough that it could be satin, but it was a frosted look.
Exactly. Let's see. Oh, like these two. These were amazing right here.
I don't even know how they were in that good of a condition.
Oh yeah,
Somewhere.
was something else.
On opalescent, does it go dark to light or light to dark or either way? Typically, I think it goes from white to it goes from like the creamy color into the next color. But yeah, these were just, now you see intricacy. Look at this. This is a super Art Deco. Amazing pieces right there.
I wonder if the people that bought those had the insert. You know, they could just
A
slide it in.
chandelier.
Yeah.
They come from a chandelier, which is crazy. What piece took you the longest time to sell? Oh my god, I don't know.
We
That's
still have it.
there's yeah, I still have it. It
You
hasn't
mean of glassware or of the things that we bought
in general, I guess.
in general? Probably that ugly brown dishes.
Oh god.
You know what always like
False
freaks
graph.
me out?
False graph.
You know what we sold that I can't believe we've sold? You know, remember the barrel? The decanter barrel with like the
It had
two
little
glasses.
shot glasses hanging on the side. Yeah, that was one ugly mother.
Ugly. Wasn't that ugly?
It found a home though. It
Yeah.
found a home.
It did.
So now I'm just gonna briefly run through before we got 3 minutes left before we're gonna sign off. I'm just gonna show you guys what I have listed. Actually, let me see if I can I want to kind of give you guys some more examples of opalescent and stuff like that.
We'll go to your Fenton.
This hat just came. All right.
I think you're talking about that one.
Oh yeah, this is the new piece that we just got. Josie and I picked this up on Sunday. Well, Josie found it.
Oh,
She spotted
Why,
it.
thank you, Tim.
So it just goes to show you that everybody can find it.
Yeah.
And if you keep learning, you
Yeah.
become an expert like Josie over here.
I thought it was gorgeous. When I first saw it, though, I thought it would have the potential to glow. But
So did I. But this is the thing. Jefferson Glass made a lot of glass that was green opalescent glass that did not glow. Now, see, this is considered opalescent. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, it has your cream around the corner here, and then it has your white
lines
stripes.
going down.
That's why it's called the opalescent green stripe. 6-point star vase because of 1, 2.
And that was on the dollar table.
No, this was not on the
No.
dollar table.
No.
I paid $10 for this.
Oh, that's right. You paid up for that, I think. Are you? Did you want to tell Glock how are your returns from stuff sold on Etsy less than eBay? No, eBay.
Absolutely. That's what. Yeah, it's Etsy is less than eBay. So I'm about ready to get maybe my 4th return ever. And this woman was crazy. I'm not even going to get into it today, but
We're not.
You got to tell her.
Yeah, I
My
think-
favorite was that she had a set of the Liberty Blue, and she swears there was a chip on one of the plates. I never saw a chip. I'm getting to the point where if we get any pickety snickety ones like that one again, I'm gonna take a picture as I'm packing. See, ain't nothing chipped here. But anyway, she got it, and she said that it was less than perfect, and she wanted perfect. She said she had a perfect set, and these two are going to complete her perfect set. I said, girl, you will never be able to use those, or they will not be perfect. So I don't know what she was getting it for, but she was a pill.
so yes. To answer your questions, I don't have a lot of eBay returns either, but technically I don't accept returns on eBay. But I'd say I've sold over on all 6 platforms. I probably sold close to 4,000 pieces now. And I'd say I have like less than a 1% return rate. So, I mean, the hardest piece to let go of that you actually let go, I don't know.
It was the Flow Blue teacup and saucer for me.
My Dukes knows immediately. But yeah, these are some of the pieces that we have listed now. So this is a lot of these that you're seeing now right in front of your face are pieces that I've actually recently picked up. So this is what I see, and this is what I grab, and this is what I list. So visually, just look at these pieces and kind of like take that in, like, because visually this will help you guys understand what I'm looking at right now. Now you have more opalescent glass right here. Now this one's in somebody's cart, so they're doing. I like that too. It tells you who has these pieces in their carts right now.
I don't know how many people have the pieces in their cart.
Yeah. Carnival glass again. Amberina.
Well, you talk about making a comeback. Carnival glass.
So again, color and detail.
Yep. Opalescent, frosted satin, uniqueness too. Like, look at this piece. Like, I think this is super rad.
That's cute.
And then you have this Heisey glass, more Fenton glass, antique Northwood glass. This is Davidson glass.
Very old.
Very old. This one's super old. It has the registration number on the inside of the basket, which is pretty awesome too. I mean, you got a little bit of everything here. More opalescent glass. Like, you could see opalescent glass is the key here. More medical bottles. Start putting a mark in ultraviolet pen on the bottom of everything that you can see with your black light, Tim. Mark in And you got this is a dope bottle too here. This is Josie's. Okay, this is Josie. Oh, Josie.
Thank you.
And then this is Josie's favorite right here.
I'm surprised
too.
it's not in my room. Like, that should be.
I
mine.
gave you one like this already.
But it's not the same one because it was a rose bowl that you gave me. It wasn't this one. So maybe that should be in my room.
Maybe it should be
in
my room. All right. So
Let me stick one more thing in. Okay. Metal and bells. These old copper bells and stuff. You know, maybe this one not even that old. But people like that kind of stuff.
Mm.
That's kind of like farmhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably resell those.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was like an orientation. So if you guys have any questions or if there's any videos that you guys would like to see us make, please leave a comment underneath this video. Comment on any of our videos. Comment on any of our Instagram posts. Send me a message on Instagram. But we are really going to try and put together a format of informational and educational videos to kind of like guide people through everything that we do. So I'm just trying to mix up the videos now. Since we're going to have yard sale videos, we're going to have flea market videos, we're going to have what sold videos. Now we got to get these educational videos cranking so that we can help people out learning some things. Josie has good taste. Yes, I know.
Oh, thank you.
And I definitely know what they mean when they say maybe.
It's just a suggestion.
So yeah, so we're looking forward to giving you guys some more information videos. I think we might do a quick little video on the teapot sugar and creamer packing episode. We'll see how that works out.
It's gonna be a big box.
Jody, thanks for stopping by, brother.
Oh.
So yeah, so thank you guys as always for joining us. Cannot thank you enough for your support. I had a really great time tonight. I mean, I could literally do this for like 3 or 4 hours, but we can't. I gotta spend some time with Josie. We gotta eat some dinner.
Wait, you can't use me as an.
It's not an excuse. This is the truth.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 5 listings tonight. That's it, and then I'm gonna close my computer, and we're gonna do something that Josie wants to do.
This never happens, y'all.
I'm going to make I'm trying to like reset my schedule a little bit now. What's for dinner? Seafood.
So yesterday for Father's Day, we had a seafood boil, and we have tons of leftovers. And so we have mussels, we have shrimp, we have crabs, we have corn on the cob, we have
Potatoes and sauces,
cornbread.
cornbread.
Corn on the cob. I love corn on the cob.
So I'm thinking about doing the same thing possibly next week with a different group of individuals. So Ma Dukes, if you're free,
Bye, AJ.
we'll make a
Bye.
What are you doing down there, bud?
Getting a charger. Getting a charger. Whose charger is that? Mom's or yours?
Brittany, let me have it.
Brittany let you have it?
No.
Borrow it. You can use it. He left his charger at home.
Oh.
I mean, he left his charger at his other grandma's house.
What happened to this bike? Where was his bike at?
I had the cars full of your stuff, so I couldn't bring the bike back.
Yeah.
So you might have to go. Wita said she might bring it by tomorrow. Oh my God, I had the best macarons. Ooh, she had a package of macarons for.
And that orange one was good.
Oh, they were good. Blood orange macarons. Ooh. From Claudia's Bakery. It's the best. She makes the best macarons. Oh, you missed the Black Forest cake. You didn't get any of the Black Forest cake? You left.
Black Forest cake.
Who made
Yeah.
black
From
cake?
Claudia's Bakery. Black Forest cake, chocolate cake.
I didn't get any.
What?
No, you didn't. Sorry. There's
You
somewhere.
ate it all?
It's all gone.
No, it might still be there. I gotta go look. Tell you what, I'll go look, and I'll put it in the refrigerator for you.
All right.
Oh man, I saw the new puppy too. Cute.
So
Baby cool.
whose new puppy is that?
That's Kevin's Cheese brother. It's Kevin's puppy.
Okay.
It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I saw a picture on Facebook. Adorable.
Little Apollo, yeah, he's on Facebook. Well, okie doke. Uncle Sam,
But
we'll
yeah.
save that for tomorrow. He's home
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So I'm gonna try my. You see, I was hoping that Hillendale would open at 8, so I could leave 8 or 9, so I could just stop by there right here.
Yeah.
You gotta go to your mom's. You gotta pick her up.
I'm not
and then
taking
you guys
her-
have to go
no
together.
way.
Why not?
You always complain about needing help, and you now help, and you don't want it.
I haven't been to Hillendale for 7 months probably.
You treat
And
yourself.
I know how to control myself at Hillendale.
I'm not worried about you buying stuff. I'm worried about you being around all those people.
I'll have a mask on. I'll keep my social distancing.
Okay.
Right.
All right. We'll see.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye,
Thank you, guys.
Right.
We'll talk to you all soon.
My Dukes is gone.
Tim's gone. I'm not yet gone. Sorry.